Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. We have just finished up as much as I want of the hinterlands. Apparently there's still a fucking... a farmhouse near a cave. Yeah, maybe when we go back to the hinterlands, because there is a problem there that we'll have to deal with later. We'll deal with that, but for now, I think we're done with that. I think now I am inclined to start a main story mission, which I'm going to go with the mages, so we're going to do In Hushed Whispers. I don't know who I'm bringing with me still. I kind of want to bring Solus. This is our Solus playthrough. We're going to have Dorian, so I can either bring a warrior or a rogue. I'm probably gonna bring a warrior. Which warrior? I'm not sure. We have Cassandra, Blackwell, or Iron Bull. I think I brought Cassandra many times on this mission.
That mercenary band that joined the Inquisition, the Bull's Chargers, they've got a healer of their own. He showed me some tricks. Got a demon claw wound to stop festering faster than I'd ever seen.
I've heard good things about the Chargers. Polite and respectful they are.
Everyone's respectful around us. Never know when they might need their guts shoved back in.
Oh my god. True. I don't think my companions will have anything to say, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go.
Seek me by your side.
Thank you for all that you are doing.
Go. We also have to do some war table stuff. As you always do when you come back. Nothing on this side. Oh, wait. Oh, wow, that's still going on. 23 minutes. Wow. Upon the waking sea, we found what we were looking for, an ancient vault, all but buried in the thick vegetation of the heart of the island. No doubt untouched for over 1,000 years. The effort to open the vault while setting off traps was considerable, and what we found within was interesting. According to an agent named Rion, this was the retreat of one of the last of Andraste's disciples, a guardian who fled some manner of attack on the site of the sacred ashes. He expected reinforcement by other disciples who never arrived. Whatever texts the man thought to preserve have mostly crumbled, but we recovered a number of other artifacts from the site. It is a significant find that will undoubtedly prove of great interest to Chantry scholars, even if it will take them years to sort through all the debris. Okay. Wait, where's the other one? Oh, it's right here. Secure a route through the frostbacks. We have begun sending soldiers along the road from the fallow mire. I would like to pass on their considerable gratitude for being spared treks across the frostbacks. Our healers seem happier as well. I'm glad. Improved stability. The Inquisition's efforts to close the Fade Rifts has increased stability in various regions across Thedas. However, demons sometimes remain, having wandered from the site of their original rifts. The Inquisition has received numerous requests for aid in dealing with this problem. Local nobility should take an interest in securing their lands. We can appeal to them for assistance, or our soldiers can do sweeps of the area formerly containing Fade Rifts and eliminate any demons. Let's do Cullen, why not?
To work?
To work, sir. Strange chalk markings. I wanted to do Josephine for this, so we're gonna wait. And we're not gonna do the shards yet. Personally, I'm not ready. I guess we'll send Liliana on a coin grab. Collect secrets and sell them with nothing traceable back to the Inquisition.
Let's see what we have.
Alright, let's dive into In Hushed Whispers. I'm excited. I'm excited. Choosing the mages will make it impossible to work with the Templars. Redcliffe Castle, the mages who could close the breach are under the control of Magister Garyon Alexius, a Venatory cultist with an unhealthy interest in Llewellyn and the power to reorder time itself. He has kindly invited Llewellyn to the castle alone to negotiate. It's an obvious trap, but Liliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle and remove the Venatory threat while Alexi's attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. Let's go.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of the Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
We need to stop arguing.
We can't
my
waste time
outfit's
fighting
different.
among ourselves. We have to come to an agreement. A Tevinter Magister controls Redcliffe, invites us to the castle to talk, and some of us want to do nothing.
Not this again.
Uh-oh.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die, and we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
An Orlesian
The
Inquisition.
Magister...
Has outplayed us.
The Magister's son, Felix, told me Alexius is in a cult that's obsessed with me. I doubt they'll graciously receive our apologies and go about their business. They will remain a threat, and a powerful one, unless we act.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Other than the main gate, there's got to be another way into the castle. A sewer? A watercourse? Something.
There's nothing I know of that will work.
Leliana does.
Wait.
Yeah?
There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
While they're focused on Llewellyn, we break the Magister's defenses.
Yeah.
It could work, but it's a huge risk.
Fortunately,
Jesus.
you'll have help.
Dude.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
Okay, well, you know, we can also... Hang on, I'm not choosing the Templars, but I do want to see their little cutscene. I think it would be nice to watch as well. Let's read it anyway. Leliana and Josephine have been working tirelessly to convince, coerce, and win over some of Orlay's most influential houses. 10 noble families will help the Inquisition pressure the Templars into sealing the breach. Traveling to Therenfall Redoubt, that's what it's called, and demanding the Lord Seeker deal with them or face the wrath of Orlais. The Inquisition has promised the Herald of Andraste as its voice in these negotiations. So let's select it and watch the little cutscene.
The Templars must help us close the breach. The Order was founded to fight magic.
We must first convince the Lord Seeker to bring the Templars out of exile.
We've received word from a knight recruit. They gather at Therenfall Redoubt.
It has been vacant for decades. Why go there?
We must approach the Lord Seeker again to get anywhere. We can ask him then.
We must leash them.
The Lord Seeker made it clear he isn't interested in anyone unimportant. So we
How'd
must
you say
change
it like
how
that?
he sees us. No?
If it's status the Lord Seeker seeks, the Inquisition will approach him after allying with the noblest houses in Orlais.
They'll come with us to Therenfall and demand the Templars' help close the breach.
You believe that will work?
Even the Lord Seeker would find it difficult to ignore so many nobles on his doorstep.
Yes, especially when led by the Herald of Andraste. Is it my good looks you need, or my winning smile? Rumors you were saved from the fate by Andraste have grown legion among the Templars.
We've done our part to encourage them.
A herald with a few companions may be dismissed, easily set aside. That same herald returning with noble support will be reconsidered, as will the power of the Inquisition. Isn't there the slightest chance the Lord Seeker will see my arrival as a threat?
Before, I would have thought he was a man of reason. Now, I could not say.
With respect, after his appearance in Val Royeaux, hang what the Lord Seeker thinks.
Hell
We do not
yeah.
need the Lord Seeker.
Fuck him.
We need his Templars, with or without his approval. The breach will not wait for our differences to settle.
Okay, I like
Good
that
news.
one.
Several noble Orlesian houses will petition the Templars to help us stop the breach. Lord Dabernash will approach you. Sign nothing he offers, but his gossip's reliable.
I hope he knows the Lord Seeker's mood. The Templars will never help without his consent.
Okay, we're not doing the Templars though, but that's really cool. I like talking about it at least. Let's go with the mages. Alright, let's do it. We're mage supporters, so Dorian's locked into our party. I want Solace, so we could bring Iron Bull, Blackwall, Cassandra. Don't know who I want to bring. Let's bring Blackwall. This should be a fun party. We won't be able to open locked doors, but oh well. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. Hello?
Announce us.
The Magister's invitation was for Mistress Llewellyn and no one else. You lot wait here.
Where I go, they go.
I need my bald elf and my stalking man. Okay? Don't y'all have those? Solus is tall, I just realized. He's taller than Blackwell. Unless that was just perspective.
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
Hello!
My friend, it's so good to see you again.
Friend, he says, as he sits on
And
the
your
throne.
associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
Huh. Ooze trust.
If the Grand Enchanter wants to be part of these talks, then I welcome her as a guest of the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Do we let the jig up immediately?
Actually, I hoped you could tell me about these Venatori I'm hearing so much about.
Now, where could you have heard that name?
Or could I have a need?
I told her.
Felix, what have you done?
Your son is concerned that you're involved in something terrible.
So speaks the thief.
Thief?
Do you think you can turn my son against me? You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake.
He's saying a whole lot.
If I'm a mistake,
Solus!
what exactly was the breach supposed to accomplish?
It was to be a triumphant moment for the Elder One, for this world.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
What's better than turning back time?
He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the
Boric
frozen
Ocean.
seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about
damn.
never wanting to happen. Why would you support
Did no
this?
one see the arrow?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Damn.
Save me.
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
Too late. Damn, just broke the dude's neck.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
Oh, shit. Crazy. Time magic. I don't even know how to wrap my head around it all. Oh, hi.
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Hi. Let me, be a good little mage and shield us. Dorian, fuck you. I hate that they just throw us into a fight without... Well, give me a moment to put his points in. This is so hard as two mages.
Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still
What are
in the
these
castle,
angles?
It isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
That doesn't sound good.
It sounds terrible.
It sounds
Depending
terrible.
on when we are and what happened while we were away. Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
Okay.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's
How
plan.
do you even do that to
I
a
think your
person?
surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready.
And also you
I
slapped
countered
him with
it.
some magic.
The magic went wild, and here we
Yeah.
are. Makes sense?
Not really. Yes, I think it makes sense.
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
Okay.
Alexius mentioned
It's
an
lighting,
elder one in
though.
the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
You have a plan to get us back, I hope.
I have some thoughts on that. They're lovely thoughts. Like little jewels.
Okay. I need to level you up so you can also have barrier going on. I like giving Dorian fire magic because he is a flaming homosexual, and I mean that in the most kind and endearing way possible. Trail. Shorter cooldown. Let's do that one. There he goes. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Owie, we got hurt real bad. Just 2 mages lost in this place. Which, by the way, there's just red lyrium in Redcliffe Castle. It's freaking insane. Does it matter which way we go? I don't remember. Upper cells.
Alexius has made a dreadful mess of this place, hasn't he?
I didn't see this part of the castle.
It was covered in the tackiest carvings of wolves and dogs I'd ever seen. This is not an improvement.
Oh, it definitely isn't. Oh, this is just for some items. Very huge red lyrium. Like, what is happening here? Don't listen to the whispers, Dorian. Interesting that we also got thrown to the cells of Redcliffe and we weren't just in the same place we were transported through. Also, I just really think it's interesting. Oh.
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me. My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins. Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
Lisas. Hello?
Oh.
Do you remember me?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me.
No, Liseless. That's so sad. We met him in the tavern. I remember that. Oh my god, there's just a dead person here. More enemies. Oh my god. We are struggling with just two mages. We're struggling real bad. Did I bring anything for? No, he has a good weapon. What about armor? Do you want some accessories? Belt of health? I mean, sure. Down further we go.
Is someone there?
Oh my god, it's Solus. Solus! My baby!
You're alive. We saw you die.
The spell Alexius cast displaced us in time. We just got here, so to speak.
Can you reverse the process? You could return and obviate the events of the last year. It may not be too late.
The last ear. Solus. Also, Big Bad Dreadwolf, what you doing? Did she not get any of your power back?
You look bad. Is there anything I can do to help?
I am dying, but no matter. If you can undo this, they can all be saved. But you know nothing of this world. It is far worse than you understand. Alexius served a master, the Elder One.
He reigns now unchallenged. His minions assassinated Empress Selene and used
my
the
God.
chaos to invade the south. This Elder One commands an army of demons. After you stop Alexius, you must be prepared.
You're full of sunshine.
We can't do this without you.
If there is any hope, any way to save them, my life is yours. This world is an abomination. It must never come to pass.
How do you feel about that, Solus? This was your mistake, huh? It all started with you giving... Sorry, big major spoilers. Big major spoilers. This game is full of spoils. Now we have 3 mages. Gave your order to Corypheus. And now what? Blackwall, are you in here?
I hear you.
Oh, buddy, you're in the water. Oh.
Andraste, have mercy. You shouldn't be here. The dead should rest in peace.
Come on, we're going after Alexius.
Alexius? No, that's impossible.
You skipped over too much. Look at the poor man.
Oh,
Alexius's
right.
spell didn't kill us. It sent us forward in time. That's how we survived.
Forward in time? I don't understand.
If we get to Alexius, we can go back to the moment we left and stop all of this from happening.
Maybe I've just gone mad. If what you say is true, then this... Everything I've been through, everything about this nightmare, is a mistake.
I should have been here, but we'll set things right.
Now I know I've gone mad. To set all this right. If we make Alexius pay for his crimes, that's enough for me.
We'll have to go up. I've heard the guards saying that Alexius barricaded himself in the throne room.
Okay. Poor Blackwall. He doesn't even know it's real anymore. And he's up in the water. At least they had Solus not in water. Wait. Yeah, his cell was clean. What's this other way? Or who is this other way? No one in here? Fiona!
You're alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
Oh my god. Lyrium growing out of her. Is that how it's I mean, Lyrium is alive, so it's interesting. What the fuck?
I don't understand. What's happened to you?
Red lyrium. It's a disease. The longer you're near it, eventually you become this. Then they mine your corpse for more.
That's awful.
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mir. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
We have to get out of here. Go back in time.
Please, stop this from happening. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
This is really so sad.
That Magister's going to regret he didn't just kill me.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
Well, maybe.
I said maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her.
Poor Leliana.
Before the Elder One learns you're here.
Poor Leliana when we find her. Also, ooh, someone got smushed. Also, I have not been reading Codex at all. Dorian! Only child and heir presumptive to the sensational seat of Magister Hallward Pavis. Dorian comes from a prestigious line of mages prominent in the coastal Deventer city of Quarnis since the late Exalted Age. At that time, the Imperium was recovering from a failed Exalted March and the Fourth Blight. Gideon Pavis arose as a voice of reason within the Magisterium. His block of allies convinced the Imperium not to descend upon the weakened South, to extend a hand of reconciliation to those who had once sought their destruction. That house, Pavis, remained standing even after Magister Gideon was tried for treason as a testament to the power he built. And, as Dorian himself would claim, an excellent example of how intern-sign politics in Deventer can bring low even the brightest star, a lesson he says one should never forget. Is that all we got? That's new? No, it says there's someone else. Where? Who? Oh. Magister Garion Alexius, lords and ladies of the Magisterium, before we vote on the budget for this latest measure against the Canari, I would ask that we take a moment to consider the state of our institutions of higher learning. The Circle of Merathos is more than 10,000 years old. Denarius the Dreamer himself was born within those walls. It continues to be a source of wisdom and guidance for the best and brightest of the Imperium's youth. Yet it falls into disrepair. Magister Aquarius, sorry, that's not what that said, Aurarius has made her case several times for increased funding to the circles, and as yet her appeals have gone unanswered. Magister Viren has spoken at length of the threat of the Oxmen in the north, a tide of brutality that we alone hold back. Let me add this. How shall we defeat the Canari? How have we held back their advance all these long years with the support from the other nations of Thedas? You know the answer. Magic. It is our magic that holds the beasts at bay, and through the ingenuity of our magic we will drive them from our shores forever. My friends and colleagues, this is the battle we prepare our apprentices, sons, and daughters to face. They need the resources to discover new magic, new techniques that can lend us an advantage in this endless war. They cannot do this while roofs crumble over their heads. Repair the circles, let the Imperium's future be more than slow decline to the marching steps of legions. An address by Magister Alexius to the Magisterium, taken from the official minutes in 939 Dragon. Okay. We don't care about the creatures. The pictures are cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's Despair Demon though. Oh my god, that dude looks scary. They really did awesome on the art. Prowler? What the fuck is that? Guess I could read about it. We'll read more later. Let's continue exploring. I wanted to...
Infection. Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you want to find out?
I don't know. I'm so glad I brought a warrior instead of a rogue. I'm so glad I brought Blackwall. Whoa!
If this madness is really undone, we must focus on Alexius.
Also, so glad that could happen. The fuck? Sure. Sure. Jeez. So that I could just walk off there. Brother, why are there so many dead here? Prayer to the new God. Praise his name who has risen from the darkness. Praise his name who has striven for the light. Praise his name who has walked the golden city. Praise his name. Walk the golden city. That's a hint. If you didn't know who it was, that's a hint of who it could be. The old gods are no more. The maker never was. The new God is among us. Praise his name. Now listen. Oh my god, it worked. It worked. It fucking worked. Requires a rogue, my ass. I'm glad we can bust it down now. Excuse me, Blackwall. Excuse me. We have a supply cache, thankfully. Dude. That's a Templar. A guard's journal. Alexius keeps asking for patrols of the walls. Wasted time, if you ask me. The Inquisition ground themselves to a pulp against the walls ages ago. Oh, Colin, Josephine, no. Ferelden made 3 attempts to lay siege here before the last life got crushed out of them. Who's left out there to threaten us? The mountain barbarians? But Alexius seems to expect a siege. Man's gone completely mad. Better put the men on watch inside the walls. More of those blasted rifts open every day. It was better when we still had the people for blood sacrifices. Unbound demons have emptied the castle, village, and surrounding countryside of everyone who's not sleeping in their armor. Now it's just wild demons everywhere. That's a terrifying thought. What the fuck? Why would this be what y'all wanted? This couldn't be what everyone have wanted. Surely not. Also, you're telling me I can't summon my horse here? Torture chambers. Wonderful. What was that? Hello? Oh.
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Ah! There is no god but the Elder One. The Maker is dead. Say it.
Never. I'll die a good Andrastian before living a second as one of you.
Oh my god. I don't think we could have saved her. I think they kill her regardless. Well, that's not the button I meant to click. Dude. I wonder who that was. Did it say who it was? Hanley. Hanley? Oh, he went into the... He went in there. Okay. Can I get in on this? No? Just watch the boys do work.
Where was your maker when you needed him most?
Mother. I was just a random cleric. Revered mother. I'm sorry. She died for her own beliefs. Really fucked up.
Tell me how Llewellyn knew of the sacrifice at the temple.
Never.
There's no use to this defiance, little bird. There's no one left for you to protect.
You're wasting your breath.
Talk! The Elder One demands answers.
He'll get used to disappointment.
You will break.
I will die first.
She looks so fucked up. Damn, still had life in her, huh?
You're alive.
Yo!
We never died in the first place. Alexius miscalculated. Then it will be his last mistake.
God, her face.
Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
You aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
I need to find Alexius and reverse the spell.
If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
God, she looks like a
Dangerous
corpse.
and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
Yeah? For us, this is just a future that shouldn't even happen.
While we were away.
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're
Where are
talking
you
to
going?
fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
Solus, where are you going? Buddy. Anyway, yeah, this is just a future that is a nightmare to us. Solus, stop running, baby. Wait, what happened to Blackwall? He was in the corner. Scary. But yeah, what I was trying to say is, this is just a future that should never happen to us. It's basically a nightmare, but these people, Blackwall, Leliana, Solus, and everyone else, have lived it for a year. This is real to them. And I don't know how time works, how time travel works, but I feel like they're gonna still live this life until they die. Ew, these giant ass bugs. But we're just gonna go back and create another timeline is what's gonna happen. Which I think is so fucked up, so we're going the wrong way. They're still gonna be so messed up. Like, they're still dying for this cause. Sky's green. The sky is green. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
Oh. Do we have to do this? Do we have to fight demons for real, for real? Which is so strange. So we have the power to use our mark still, which I find interesting. But what caused the breach to reopen, I wonder? The docks. We discovered the docks.
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No! Let me, Linnea.
Why does it cut off? That's annoying. Oh my god, you killed them? She was for it too! That bitch in the tavern that was like, we don't need you Templars by another name. What a bitch. And that dude just wanted the circle, I think, reinstated.
Alexius can't have wanted this.
I don't think Alexius wanted this. He just wanted to save his son. It's really sad. Interesting that there's docks here that leads to the castle, though. Whoa. So
breach
crazy.
hits
everywhere.
I've forgotten what the sky was like before.
This is insane. We're like in the fade. Absolutely crazy. And rifts just opening up. Get him, Blackwall. I'll step back a little bit. Oh, they're dead. Never mind. Never mind. Did I not? Hello? The Andraste statue. Crazy. Lords! More demons, demons, demons! Oh. What are y'all doing? How did they come out? Oh my god. Is this fast? Yeah, it is. It's really crazy what the breach has become. How did he reopen it, though? How did he reopen it to make it to where it would spread? Or is it because we didn't close it officially with the help of the Templars and mages that it reopened on its own and just expanded without us being able to stop it? That's highly unfortunate if the case. Okay, we're in the castle now, officially.
I am not a child. I can resist you. I am you.
Connor?
No!
Connor!
It was an act of courage. He knew there was no other way to resist.
Did he just kill?
He resisted that demon to the last.
He was just in here and he killed himself? The fuck? How long? He's been in here for a year? Why'd they keep Connor alive? Spellbinder's journal. With every failed time spell, the Magister grows a bit more paranoid, or perhaps it's not paranoia, since the Elder One really will kill him for his failures. The distinction hardly matters. After the 10th failure, he began locking himself in the Great Hall during his waking hours. After the 20th, he had the foot soldiers excavate a shard doorway for parts unknown and painstakingly install it in the castle. Now his most trusted assistants can only see him if we all go at once together, which we must do twice a day to bring him his meals, as he never leaves that room at all. Twice a day to bring him meals. Poor Connor. Poor everyone. It's really fucked up. Alexi's journal. This appears to be Alexi's journal. This is the final entry. Nothing works. I've tried countless times to go back before the conclave explosion, before Felix's caravan was attacked by Darkspawn, before the Venatori first arrived in Minrathos, without success. The breach is that wellspring that makes this magic possible, and travel outside of its timeline is impossible. The Elder Ones demand that I change the events of the conclave can never be fulfilled. He may kill me for failing him, but I must protect Felix from his wrath. Felix is fucking alive? Oh yeah. Ugh. If you want to call Felix being alive when we meet him. Alright. I remember what we have to do.
What became of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Yikes. She's so bitter about it. Okay. The Swedish fingers. I still think that one's better that he has on. We'll keep that. Nope. He has the masterwork. You wanna wear some Grey Warden armor? So funny. So we need to kill people to get the shards to open the door, is basically what we gotta do. Are the Venatori also fighting the demons? If so, that's kind of hilarious. If so, it's hilarious. Like, there is a demon over there. Oh. Is this the fast one? Nope, that is definitely slow. Oh! I don't know where, oh, he's right there. I was gonna say, I don't know where Blackwall is. He's right there helping me. So let's take a sip, big boy. Take a sip.
The Magister's grown paranoid. He's barricaded himself in there and will not come out.
Sparkly. We get to...
Breath. Where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps. But it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be? His servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around.
I kind of like us not going to the Oasis, the Forbidden Oasis, to find out about the shards yet, because we find out about them here as well. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that yet. Alright, let's go up. Let's go up and explore. I feel like this game, the mage route is much shorter than the Templar route, in my opinion. Hello? Try to take out the enchanter quickly. This one?
Take out that enchanter quickly.
I don't know if we're gonna take him out quickly. I don't know why you were whispering either. Where? Oh, where? Well, we took him out quickly. Get this dude. Lots of dudes. Oh boy. Alright, we did it.
Some light reading.
Light reading? Really? There's the shard. They used it out of red lyrium though. Alright, well let's look around. Is there something to read in here? Are there things? There are things. Don't know if they're useful things. Oh wow, the brick's coming off and floating right above the roof. Insane to me. Okay, just one by one, we're gonna explore the top. Oh my god, this is
What happened here?
Somebody had very questionable taste.
Keeps mentioning that. I don't think it was a choice to remodel everything. Did we? It won't let me in there. Oh wait, it's further down. Nope, still won't let me in there. Whatever there is. Okay. There's people in here. Oh!
They haven't noticed us yet. Good opportunity to look for higher ground.
I went forward immediately.
Get that enchanter!
Get him, Blackwall! They call him Enchanter, but it's called a Spellbinder, Dorian. Oh, hi. Bye. Ow, you're hurting me. Can they get off me? Why are they on me all the time?
Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
Bro, what is... hold on, I'll go to it in a second. But what was that? Surely they're not eating that. What are they even eating these days? Yes, I love having skulls for dinner. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Also, there's a hole in the roof. The hell? Do not worry, I know how to pick this lock. And I know how to bust down this wall. Oh shit. Get his ass. Liliana, you don't want to help anymore? Well, that's hilarious. There's only one thing in here? Wow. Studies on the blight. Introduction of blight to prisoners yields no discernible pattern. Disease progresses erratically. Some subjects die within hours despite all efforts. Others show no symptoms at all. Subjects may harbor some natural resistance, which makes isolation testing a priority. A later entry follows. 6 more subjects died. Transfusions of blood from resistant poisons. For resistant prisoners slow the rate of corruption only slightly. Healthy flesh taken from live subjects and implanted in the infected will often die even before corruption spreads to it. In cases where implantation is successful, blight corruption spreads across donor flesh faster than host flesh. Prisoner Liliana has been the most useful source of resistant blood and skin to date. Ew! That's why she looks like that. They took her, her skin. What the fuck? Oh, Liliana. Poor Liliana. There's nothing in here. Nothing in these rooms. I am so glad I brought a warrior instead of a rogue. Nope. Get out of that mode. Oh, I see, I see. I see where we're at now. Let's go back in here, actually. We're missing 1. So wherever this last dude is. Or reading. Oh, no, we got a schematic. Okay, cool. Well, where else is he? Where is the dude?
Damage did Alexius' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
I think it was the breach. I don't think Alexius has that kind of power. So the other dude's way over there. Alright. Let's go deal with it. Hi.
Worshipping their elder one. Take them down before they see us.
Take them down before they see us. Like there's a stealth mechanic in this damn game. Watch out, boys. Thank you, Solus. I was like, where'd he go?
Where's your elder one now?
Yeah, where is he? Shouldn't he? What's he doing out in the world?
Back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Where is the Elder One? What's he doing out in the world? What was his goal? I mean, I know his goal was to re-enter the Fade and go to the Golden City, but like, did you do it? Sorry, I'm just looking up here real quick. Did you do it? I don't think so. I mean, what does this accomplish besides having demons here? Crazy. Alright, Alexius. Let's do it. I think we're done. We came from that side. Yeah, I think we're good. What's up, dude?
I was worried I'd have to search the whole castle for you, Alexius.
There's no longer anywhere to run. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
It does matter. I will undo this.
How many times have I tried? The past cannot be undone. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, there is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all.
My God.
Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
So that's also why they were trying to figure out an experiment with tainted Grey Wardens, tainted blighted people, was to save Felix as well, since he couldn't go back in time to save him that way. He should have just let him become a Grey Warden. Anyway, I don't care. This is awful what he's done.
You didn't save him, Alexius. No one should live like that.
No.
That pisses him off. No! The only thing keeping him together was Felix, for sure. Alright, let's go, big boy. Ow, that was bright. Alexis, chill. Can't really tell what's happening over there. Of course, because he's gonna open a rift. Big boss fight time. Look at him with his little shield. Okay, good. It doesn't do it twice.
Victory is impossible.
What's he got going on over there?
Accept your death as I have.
No. Is he gonna do another rift? Yep. Wish I could dodge over here. Oh my god, that's a scary one. Oh, this is a slow one. No. That's also slow. Jeez. Love shooting out a wall. I still have the power here, Alexius. Whoa. That's not the one. My hand is too small to click all these buttons and hold the R button. My dude's done. Oh.
To die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago.
What the? Was
Didn't
it
even
Solus?
Oh, Alexius.
What happened to Solus? Oh no, the red lyrium got to him. Now he's just a pair of walking legs. I'm sorry, this is a very hard and emotional moment, but what the fuck did I just see?
This Alexius was too far gone, but the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the
An hour?
An hour? That's impossible. You must go now.
Ooh. Is that a dragon?
The Elder One. You cannot stay here.
Oh, this makes me so fucking sad. I'm gonna cry.
We'll hold the outer door. When they get past us, it'll be your turn.
We gotta let this timeline die so to save the other one.
We'll make this count.
The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have.
Oh, it makes me so fucking emotional, this scene. Can I not help Dorian? I'm a mage as well.
Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame.
You just throw Solus down. I'm gonna cry.
Guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
Also, Leliana's my baby girl.
And we all die.
This scene makes me so sad. Look at her go, though. She's badass. Oh.
You'll have to do better than that.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Oh. True, everyone dies.
Well, I'm glad that's over with.
Oh.
Or not.
Grand Enchanter.
Oh, we see both
We'd
of
like
them.
to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties.
When we offered the Mage's Sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Honora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
Alistair!
We have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
Oh my god, it's so nice seeing them both in this scene. I love that. Though they do look a little strange with the new graphics.
You'll be leaving here with the Inquisition.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
They have lost all possible supporters. The Inquisition is their only remaining chance for freedom.
No one fights well for their captors.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
You're our prisoners. Even Blackwell agreed that even if we keep them as our prisoners, they won't fight well for us. So we'll do a full alliance, which is what I was going to do anyway. So let's do it.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
So it's greatly approved.
A generous offer. But will the rest of the Inquisition honor it?
Yep.
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided.
Also, where's my other
We can't
companions?
fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
It's a
Santa greatly
generous offer.
disapproves.
I doubt you're going to get a better one from us.
We accept. It would be madness not to.
Welcome!
I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
Let's go. We got the mages. Crazy time magic that is only possible because of the breach, which is insane to think about.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
True.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We need them to close the breach. It's not going to work if we make enemies of them.
I know we need them for the breach, but they could do as much damage as the demons themselves.
Enough arguing. None of us were there. We cannot afford to second-guess
Oh
our
yeah,
people.
Cassandra wasn't there either.
The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
I do like Cassandra greatly disapproved of us getting the mages as partners. But she still sees the bigger picture, and I love that about her. She disapproves of you, but she still admires that you were able to do what no one else could do in that moment. Make the hard decisions, huh?
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark
God,
future.
Liliana.
The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
Okay, Colin. There goes my nap.
Of course.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
Oh my god, now that we know what Minrathos actually looks like, yeah, we do look like the bumpkins of the world. You want to stay?
I must admit I'm surprised.
We both saw what could happen, what this Elder One and his cult are trying to do. Not everything from Tevinter is terrible. Some of us have fought for eons against this sort of madness. It's my duty to stand with you. That future will not come to pass.
All right, well then I'm glad you're staying.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
Well, let's hope so. Okay, before we do all that though, I'm gonna take a gander around the establishment, our haven, and talk to everyone and see what they think and all that.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin. And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
Hey, Josephine, how's it going?
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who is she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
Of course it did.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
Wow. So yeah, instead of comforting the masses as they should be doing, they're doing this for power.
The Chantry couldn't solve its own problems when it had a divine.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevara, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
So if everyone listens to the chant, things will be smooth as silk.
I did say commonality is merely a beginning, but it's an important one.
She does make it sound easy.
We must learn to think beyond our own wants, to secure peace in Thedas.
Oh, I love her. You sound too good to be true. She's so good at her job.
Planning to steer the history of the world, Ambassador Montilier?
I believe the Inquisition is already charting that course. Which brings me to a question, if you have a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra, Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
We don't claim to be holy, as an elven, Dalish elf. Yeah.
I'd tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Okay, we're still going to talk to her for a little bit. We're also got some things to turn in.
That will help.
I want the other stuff to pop up because I know there was more than just bowstrings, right? Maybe not.
Greetings.
Oh, there it is.
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
What about our allies?
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Oh, okay.
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
Sir Blackwall seems as loyal to the purpose of the Inquisition as he is to the Wardens. His travels must have taken him strange places. I wish he'd speak more about them.
I wonder why he won't.
The Iron Bull has had to have made an impression.
He is a loud, unapologetic accident merely waiting to happen. I do wish he'd stop daring poor dignitaries to outdrink him.
I was thinking of Cassandra.
Seeker Pentagast is a princess of the Kingdom of Nevada, although that barely seems important to her.
She's like
She was
78th
not
in mine or
interested
something.
when I asked if we might make use of her royal relations. Still, the Inquisition would not have formed without Cassandra. She's an extraordinarily driven
Oh,
woman.
she's so great. I love her. Solus.
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety. And he has the most fascinating stories.
He does. I love listening to him talk.
What do you think of Vivienne?
We've met a few times before at court. She remains a truly accomplished player of the game. So long as her interests align with yours, Madame Vivienne will be a most valuable ally.
I just love all my companions. I'm gonna say that to everyone. Oh, I love them. Oh, I can't help
You
it.
must have an opinion of Dorian.
Who hasn't? The man could cause a scene standing quietly in the center of an empty room. Still, I do believe he has your best interests at heart, for all that he delights in mocking them from time to time.
He's hilarious. We also need to go talk to him officially.
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing.
Wow.
My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings so far.
Only 3 beheadings? How many beheadings do they usually have?
I'd love to know how you and Sarah get along.
I know she extracts gossip from the servants, and she keeps prying into things. Sarah's ability to vanish whenever her mischief's discovered must come in handy, however. I'm sure.
Let's speak later.
Yeah.
Another time.
Alright. Mother Giselle.
I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages.
Yep, that was me.
It is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
She disagrees with the Chantry.
You disapprove of something the Chantry did. Are you allowed to do that?
That largely depends upon one's company. While surrounded by those declared heretics already, I am safe enough. In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there.
Exactly.
So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry or its own namesake.
Okay.
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
Well, everything.
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
You did well to gain the mages to your cause. The people have hope that the breach may be sealed. Some of them are returning to the lives they fled. Others are starting fresh. In either case, they no longer believe the world as they know it is ending.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives.
How about we help them?
Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise.
Crestwood. She's mentioning these places that we are able to get to yet.
They are terrified. More than that, I cannot say.
And we've also heard
It is
this
a
line
chaotic
before.
time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Farewell.
Until next time.
Crestwood is a place we also
Greetings,
cannot
Herald
get
of
to yet.
Andraste.
Can you tell me about the original Inquisition?
The original Inquisition was formed after the First Blight, well before the Chantry as we know it. The Inquisitors were hunters, zealots, who tracked and killed cultists and dangerous mages. As Andraste rose to power, the Inquisition came into her service. Instead of hunting those who would do harm, the Inquisitors spread the chant of light by force.
No wonder everyone is so nervous around us. Who chose that name?
Divine Justinia herself.
I understand that this was not a popular decision. In any case, once the chant of light had spread far and wide, there was less need for zealots. The Inquisitors became the seekers of truth.
I think I heard this before.
Eventually the Templars.
This is a dark chapter of history for the Divine to revisit.
Do you know what impresses me most about the original Inquisition? They fought horrific battles, killed and died for their cause, and when it was time, they put their swords away. Perhaps the name was divine, Justinia's message, that when the Inquisition is needed, it will strike without mercy. But when its work is done, it will put its sword away.
Okay.
Is there anything I can do to help you or your people?
My healers would benefit from more supplies. We have run short of even common goods with so many wounded. If you could deliver this list and the items on it to Quartermaster Thren, she could get us what we need. It may not seem like much, but it would enable my healers to save many lives.
Okay. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Vivian, did you like my decision to take the mages? Hi.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
Good idea.
The last thing we need are abominations running amok.
I knew you would have a proper grasp of the situation. I'll have a word with Cullen. We are reliant on his people, absolutely. There has never been a greater threat to mages than the breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
I agree with Vivian, and Cullen needed to take precautions because the breach is there. The veil is torn open. Usually when it's just thin, demons approach. I'm not saying mages are just willingly going to do that, but there were some mages that we saw in the future. I forgot her name, Linnea? She literally turned her and that other dude she was talking to, I forgot his name, into abominations right then and there. Like, I know what they're capable of, we just gotta take precautions. I'm not trying to leash them, obviously. I don't like any of these options. Do you pose a risk? Of course, every mage does.
If you're seeing demons everywhere, do you believe you're a risk? Do you believe I am?
We are a risk, darling. Better to know it and use caution.
Exactly.
Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
She's right. If I say Dalish don't have Templars, that doesn't mean we don't take precautions in our own way. See, now we're fighting with Vivian. I agree with her to an extent. I don't think Templars are the solution, but we should take precautions. But I don't have an answer like that. So I might just say Dalish don't have Templars, but she's gonna throw in my face probably some facts or questions on why. What else do we do? As Orin, I guess, we're gonna say this.
The Dalish get along just fine without Templars or Circle Towers.
As I understand it, the elves limit their risk by refusing to have more than 3 mages in a clan. Tell me, what becomes of the Dalish youngster?
See, this is what I read.
First or second?
Thank you, Vivian. It was you. I could kiss her. I was trying to find where I found out that Dalish clans would have a first and a second at times. And I'm so glad it's from Vivian. I'm glad she knows that. She's right. And she's right about this. What happens to the Dalish youngster who's not appointed first or second? They get sent off, apparently, which is awful. And I don't think Orin agrees with that at all. I think Orin herself agrees that they should probably find another clan to take in the mage, and if there's no room, they should just keep the 3rd mage, or the 4th mage, since the keeper's also there. At least they die free, that's awful! I'm glad I got this dialogue, because this is my first for Clan Llewellyn, and then I have a second whose name is Fane. who's not as into being a keeper, but she is there. I'm glad I read this. Okay, they're sent to other clans.
If a clan can't raise the mage, they're sent to another that's in need of a first or second.
And if there are no clans in need of a new apprentice?
She's right.
For those who value survival, sentimentality is not an option. Tell me something. You said once that you wanted to change things. What future would you build for mages?
In the chantry? I don't know. I don't like any of these options. Can we have not like a fourth option that says they should be in an institution to train, but not like the circle? Because obviously just saying mages should be free is not a solution either. They can't just wander aimlessly and not be trained in their abilities. They need a place to do that, and that was the circle, but it was just too much of a prison. I guess since these are my 3 options, we're gonna have Orin say this. We'll have like her train of thought get to this, because if we're gonna have the chantry still, maybe, then mages should help in the chantry, where they're not feared. They're seen as helpers. I don't know, it's really strange.
Mages shouldn't be kept out of the chantry. Who knows the dangers of magic better than a mage?
A curious idea.
Greatly approves.
Such twists and turns your mind takes. It's something to consider, my dear.
I love you, Vivian! I'm sorry.
Yes?
Do you have anything to say to me? Nope. Okay, goodbye. She's right, though. Like, what happens to a mage in a Dalish clan that there's no room for? They do. Like, Maeve is one of those mages that just got sent off into the wild, which is awful. Which is absolutely awful. Lotus and Root. Theron. Or Thrin?
Your
Sorry.
enchanted Vivienne lives well.
She remains loyal to the circle and the chantry.
Nice work with those supplies. The smiths can use them to fit our troops with better gear. Might not affect you much, but our recruits will have better chances next time some monster flies out of a rift.
Farewell.
Make her go.
Am I not supposed to? Is it here? Oh, here it is. Here. Liliana. Oh, she's on the ground. Liliana.
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies. Our agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
Okay.
You're always looking for some way to benefit, aren't you?
It's what I'm here for.
Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
Yeah, we did watch her die for us.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history.
I always loved a bargain. It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Oh, Liliana.
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord. The people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
Of course it has. Your work. Of course it has. Alright, let's go talk to Dorian. He's chilling over here by Solus. I like how much things change here. It looks so cool. Hello.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Hallam Sharal? Cows milking farmers?
Well, that's weird.
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
Good flirt.
So what? They all turn into blood mages, worship dragons, and then take over?
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Okay.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well
Oh,
dressed.
yes, of course.
Which is obvious to anyone.
Some more than others.
Some people have superior taste. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes.
This dude, he just roasted
I am
us.
the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Of course not.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium.
Yikes.
I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
Yikes. That doesn't sound like a happy life.
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for
No,
your
he cares
homeland.
about it.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
It just seems... So much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care. Deeply, about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
That's what I love about Dorian. He sees the injustice, and instead of just ignoring it and moving away, he wants to try and help it make it better.
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other.
Wow.
They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Damn. So true, though. You shouldn't put expectation on your children before you even get to know them.
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters. I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
That's why we kill them. So true.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
Okay.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but
What?
the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you wanted to know?
The cows fly.
It seems strange that an entire empire would be ruled by mages.
Strange? Why are you less qualified to rule than some tart with a fancy crown?
Some tart.
Actually, the fiction in the Imperium is that mages don't rule. The Magisterium rules. That magisters are all mages is considered a convenient technicality.
Okay.
What is the Magisterium, exactly?
The upper house of the Imperial Senate, and the only part worth having a seat on. Those seats are split among the circles of Magi, the Chantry, and the major families. All mages now. It's odd that outside the Imperium, you use Magister like it applies to every Tevinter mage.
We don't know any better.
If you're not a Magister, then what are you called? No special title?
I'm an Altus, which is almost as good as a Magister.
An Altus?
Depending on who you ask.
I've never heard of an Altus.
Upper class. Those families who trace descent from the Dreamers,
The
first prophets of the old gods. If you're a mage and you're not Altus, then you're later, lower class. If you're not a mage at all, you're Soparati. That's everyone else. We do love our fancy words.
Soparati.
I thought the Archon ruled over the Imperium.
Well, yes. Technically, he can overrule laws passed by the Magisterium, but that never happens. Even so, he gets to appoint new Magisters, which means all the families vie madly for his favor. Thus, the Archon gets invited to all the parties. The truest path to Tevinter influence, let me tell you.
Dorian, do you want to be Archon? He just said he didn't want to, but maybe he should be.
If it's a fiction, that means mages do rule then.
Yes and no. Let me put it this way. Mages do rule, but not all mages are equal. If you're not from the right family, chances are you don't rule anything. Maybe you're even a slave. The idea that anyone could be a mage, however, keeps the masses placated.
Can anyone be a mage?
Technically, the potential runs mostly in bloodlines, but it's been known to happen. More importantly, commoners believe it can. Tevinter legend is chock full of mage heroes from humble origins. So they hold out hope. Someday my son or my son's son will be a mage. Someday. Poor sods don't realize that means he'll be a quaestor at the arse end of the 100 Pillars, at best.
A quaestor? What does that mean?
Being a quaestor isn't a good thing.
I imagine the average non-mage likes to think so. Counting numbers and shuffling papers all day is better than many occupations after all. If you're a second-class citizen among a pack of piranha, however, your outlook changes.
Okay, yeah, that would change it definitely.
Let me ask you something else.
Of course.
Oh, bro, we have more.
There's an Imperial Chantry, isn't there? With its own divine.
You people aren't supposed to talk about the Black Divine, are you? If
Well,
you mention
I'm
him outside
Dalish.
the Imperium, people make that face, like you're urinating in public. But yes, we do have the Chantry, or a version of it. Night and day comparing it to yours.
I'm Dalish, so I don't really care for the Chantry either way, but...
Is the Imperial Chantry so different from ours?
Not in theory. The main difference is in the whole magic is meant to serve man, not rule over him business. Back home, ruling the unwashed masses is serving them, for the good of the Imperium. Perhaps it started with good intentions, but these days it's academic. The circles are in command.
There are circles of magi in the Imperium.
We don't have dismal little mage prisons, if
Yeah.
that's what you mean. They're academies, prestigious ones. We have templars as well, but they don't cancel spells or whatever your templars do. They're soldiers.
They don't use lyrium.
Ha! As if there'd be any left for them. They watch for abuse of magic, yes, but only those who are weak or who fall out of favor get dealt with. Mostly they enforce the Magisterium's edicts.
Damn.
The Chantry smiles and nods from the sidelines.
So they have Templars that aren't like Ferelden and Orlay's Templars. That's interesting. That's so interesting. And they're just soldiers. There to enforce the Magisterium's stuff. Wow. Okay.
Do you really call him the Black Divine?
We don't call him that, oh no. In the Imperium, he's the true divine. The woman sitting on the sunburst throne is some backwater pretender.
Backwater
It all
pretender.
stems from a disagreement over Andraste. Marvelous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why would they disagree over Andraste?
It's not my field of expertise, but the Imperium believes Andraste was a mortal woman, a mage. Down south, they say, no, she's the bride of the Maker, ascended to his side, divine provenance, a blah blah blah. We feel better believing Andraste was one of us. Makes executing her less damning, you see. So we elected a man as divine, the South declared war, and we've been feuding cousins ever since.
So they believe Andraste was a mage. I also believe that. Because I also believe Andraste is Flemeth and Mythal. 100% she was a mage.
So, the Imperial Divine is always a man?
All the better to distinguish him from that other one, yes. Don't think there aren't a number of female magisters who bristle at that. Why can't they be divine after all? Same reason you never see a man on the sunburst throne. Because that's how it's always been done. Excellent reasoning.
I agree. Like, wow, we're so steeped in tradition that we don't see that times have changed.
Do you consider yourself Andrastian?
The big question.
The big question.
It might surprise you that I do consider myself Andrastian. I simply do not believe in the Chantry. It is a relic, whether back home or here in the south. Something from a bygone age desperately clinging to relevance. It's not an opinion that makes me popular.
I don't know if we have a opinion really. But maybe we agree with him, honestly. The Chantry needs to change, regardless.
I share your opinion, actually.
That's not surprising, considering what the Inquisition represents. I'll say this. I may not believe in the Chantry, but I believe in you.
Oh.
In me?
That the Maker sent you, whether through Andraste or fate. Cassandra is not wrong. You are what we needed most at the moment we needed
How'd you hear about that?
That's what they will say in ages to come.
You don't seem like the religious sort.
We just talked
to be
about him
honest.
being religious.
If you define religious as sitting in a chantry and listening to a blithering hen tell you how to live, then no. If you define it as believing in the possibility that something larger than yourself exists, then yes, by all means.
Yeah, I agree with that part.
The world is bigger than I, even bigger than you. It laughs at all the things we think we know. The Maker doesn't need me to believe, but I do. The thought of no one at all watching out for us is too frightening.
Let me ask you something else.
Fascinating
So many
stuff.
questions.
This is our first time talking with a Tevinter that's not out to kill us, I think. I don't think there was a Tevinter, a companion, or ally in Origins or 2. Trying to remember. Well, I guess, I mean, Fenris, but he was a slave, so it's like a different perspective of Tevinter.
I'm wondering if the Imperium would be a useful ally.
I'd think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori.
Yep.
They won't, of course. At least, not officially. They'll disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many Magisters will rejoice at the idea. And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
Of course.
It would be in the Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the idea of allies a long time ago. We've been fighting the Qunari for what, 200 years off and on? It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long." Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
But we're not!
We're not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of Andraste. Your very title smacks of the Southern Chantry. You may as well be a heathen. I think they're far more frightened what you'll do if you succeed.
Yeah.
Just How often is blood magic used there?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
That's what any Magister would tell you. They'd be convincingly offended by the notion too. Of course, what people call blood magic here, and what we consider blood magic, are two different things.
Okay, well, explain the difference.
What's considered actual blood magic in Tevinter?
Blood magic isn't inherently dangerous.
Yes.
Using your own blood or that of a
Yes.
willing participant, what's the harm?
Exactly.
The problem is that what's permitted only gets you so much power. And what if you need more? You always need more. That's where we get into sacrifices and demon summoning. None of that is done. Not officially. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. Real blood magic can give you an edge, a leg up against your opponents. It's safe to assume that any mage of rank does it. The rest are quietly shut out of power, to put it bluntly.
So I agree with Dorian. Blood magic, using your own blood. He helps dispute the whole Meryl thing again. Using your own blood or a willing participant is okay, as long as you don't kill yourself or the other person. I wholly agree with that. But also we heard from Solus that you'll have trouble going to the Fade, which for Orin, she wants to go to the Fade. She likes that. But that makes sense. All that other stuff though, summoning demons, sacrificing actual people who weren't willing to be sacrificed or blah blah blah, it's awful.
You'd think the Templars would object.
I imagine they did, long ago. Once their investigations might have been sincere. Then their balls were cut off. Too inconvenient. Nowadays, only the friendless are accused. Most of them probably innocent.
There must be some mages who oppose this.
Of course. I do. And I'm not entirely alone. Occasionally, there'll be a Magister who makes noise, and then the reform talk begins. All very patriotic. Meanwhile, that Magister will be quietly shunned. Chances are, surprise, it's learned he was a Maleficar all along.
Wow.
Most learn to keep quiet. Me? I enjoy the allure of pariahhood.
Damn. Oh, and then the big talk, slavery.
Anyone who talks about the Imperium mentions slavery. It's the center of the slave trade.
Ah. That is true.
And did you have slaves?
Not personally, but my family does and treats them well. Honestly, I never thought much about it until I came south. Back home, it's how it is. Slaves are everywhere. You don't question it. I'm not even certain many slaves do.
Oh, that makes me feel icky. Many slaves don't even question it because that's all they know. Yep, we're gonna fight.
You don't question it.
In the south, you have alienages, slums, both human and elven. The desperate have no way out. Back home, a poor man can sell himself. As a slave, he could have a position of respect, comfort, and could even support a family. Some slaves are treated poorly, it's true. But do you honestly think inescapable poverty is better?
I don't know.
Is that what you call it? Treated poorly?
Abuse heaped upon those without power isn't limited to Tevinter, my friend. I don't know what it's like to be a slave, true. I never thought about it until I saw how different it was here. But I suspect you don't know either. Nor should you believe that every tale of Tevinter excess is the norm.
Also, we're just taking off from, like, basically Dragon Age 2 and Fenris' story.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Slaves killed in succession just to get power. That's the kind of slavery we are exposed to. But I guess he also makes a point, like, maybe some families do treat their slaves, which they shouldn't call them slaves at that point. They should just call them servants. Nicely. I don't know, it's weird. Maybe they shouldn't use slaves once they give them a proper job and actually take care of them. That also needs to change. He's also right. I mean, poverty's also sucky. I mean, you can sell yourself out of slavery, or out of poverty into slavery, and you can, like, live. Cool, but also, it just feels icky.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Oh boy. Big talks. Hey, Solus.
So we have gained the mages.
Yep.
Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
I am a mage, I know.
I've been to the Fade before. I'd know it.
Point taken. What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
Ooh, thanks for the conversation. Hello. Ooh.
Most people have trouble wrapping their heads around the idea.
I'm not most people.
I appreciate you talking with me about it, and not being most people.
If you wish me to speak of Elysian fashion, I may be at a loss. Magical surprises I can handle. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Okay, Dorian, don't look.
Greetings.
Oh, okay, bye.
We'll talk later.
It's bye. Sarah's about to disapprove. Let's go talk to her.
All this nonsense about old magic.
You think entirely too much about that elf, Sarah.
I can't help it. I've got eyes, don't I?
I suggest you use them elsewhere. Besides, she's not one of the magic elves. She's one of the normal dirty ones.
Not too dirty.
Ugh.
And she's also a lesbian.
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
Okay, hi.
Do you have a problem with our new allies? With mages?
No problem with mages. You're fine, right?
Yep.
My problem is magic. If mages sat on their hands, everything would be fine. I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
I guess.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things, or the ones who give orders?
Oh, we could ask about all this. Sure.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
Okay.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric?
This
Too clever.
sister doesn't know what to do.
Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
I agree. Varric, he's always talking his way out.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
Agreed.
What about Dorian?
He's fun. Could lose a bit more to Vinta.
He's fun. He's a mage.
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
She better, that's right. She is a bitch. The bad bitch.
Huh. It makes me wonder about things. I mean, what do their women look like?
She's funny.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? I'd like to see him out of that uniform. Not like that.
Not like that, because she's a lesbian.
What do you think about our spymaster, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it.
This sister doesn't know
And
where to go.
Cullen, I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair, though.
Nice hair, though.
We'll talk later.
Thank you,
Good,
Sarah.
right? I'll be here.
Alright, bye. Get a big one and you grow into it. That's hilarious. Hey, Varric, how's it going?
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad.
Yep.
But red lyrium in Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad.
That's really bad.
Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff.
True.
This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Catch my breath.
I was planning to put my feet up, maybe grab a nap. You?
Whatever I do, it'll be as far from Cassandra as I can get. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Oh, Varric. Wait, don't leave.
Need something?
I don't know. Do you not have anything else
Can
to
I
talk
ask you
about?
something, Varric?
You want to talk about me?
No, I guess that's all. Thank you, Varric. Thank you for your input. I guess I also should do some inventory management and see if people leveled up. I'm gonna do that real quick and we'll continue talking. Alright, let's continue on. Let's go talk to some more companions. See what's going on with everyone. Iron Bull.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Yep. I'll protect you.
Every time I think I understand magic, the rules change.
And you're a mage, so that's saying something. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Is that all you got to say, Iron Bull?
What can I do for you?
I guess so. Goodbye.
See you later, Bull.
I think it's interesting that we can't ask all our companions that.
Have you seen the horses Master Dennett sent the Inquisition? They're magnificent.
Better than what you ride in Arnsberg?
Well...
Ah, you noble boys never change.
I like how we can't ask every companion what they think of every companion or advisor. Hello. Oh.
That'll do fine. Feels good to be back at work, Inquisition. And lucky you have me. In lesser hands, you'd be in trouble.
Oh, yeah?
Haven can't support the mounts you need, but I can.
How are your charges? Well supplied?
Haven is groaning under the weight. It wasn't built for this, but we'll make it serve.
Heard anything worth noting?
Too busy to hear things, and that's how I like it.
Alright, well, bye. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
And we can also change our horse. I think we got some horses. These came with the DLC, and this was what we got from the thing. Ooh, that thing is scary. Exotic mounts. War nug. I think we're gonna go with the red heart for now.
That'll do fine.
I don't think I'll use the heck? I don't think I'll use the mounts too often, but I like having my designated mount. Oh, we also got this. What's this one look like?
That'll do fine.
Okay.
Do you think you can have it done by midweek?
Look at these boxes. Blackwall.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen
But
it.
you greatly approve. You don't have any thoughts on the mages?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
You were there, brother.
You know what I think of your forces. I'm not sure what else there is to say.
Why do you say it so aggressively? Yeah, I'm not. For some reason, they decided in Blackwalls, you don't get to choose who you comments about. It's like a random roulette. And I think that's a little annoying, so we're not going to go through
We should return
that.
to our duties.
As you wish. You are,
Oh
after
my god, dude, why are you sounding so
There
aggressive?
was never going to be an easy
Oh.
answer to the mage dilemma. What you did for the mages took courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one. I have to ask.
Oh.
What was I like in that dark future you saw?
Oh. You were angry. Yeah, he was angry.
You were furious about the circumstances.
Angry. Good. I'm glad I was angry. It means I never stopped caring.
Aww.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
I can't wait to actually romance him as well. Not in this playthrough, but we're gonna romance him in another playthrough. Not for the channel. Cullen! What are your thoughts?
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Oh, do you and I have a problem? Oh, spicy.
You weren't happy with how I brought in the mages. Do you have a problem with me as well?
Of course not. I have no intention of endangering
You
your
barely
life.
hear him over the
I must
slashing
ensure
of
the safety
swords.
of those here. That concern extends to the mages. They are putting themselves at risk for the Inquisition, as are you. Any precautions taken are meant to aid you, nothing more. I hope you will accept them as such.
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Ghoul's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
Alright. Thank you.
For now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
I'm sure Cassandra will have something to say about this. Oh, she's talking to a mage. This will only go well.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance.
Wow.
And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with
Why is she low? Deal with it, she says.
It never ends, evidently.
Evidently.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Whoa!
You would have done differently, I suppose.
Her surprise.
Oh, I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I?
A little bit.
I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
I love her. I love her! No, I can't do it. I can't. This is a different character. And she's not. She's straight.
We wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up against the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say how successful I was.
Oh, I love her. Cassandra's so good. Does she have more to say, though? Oh. Oh.
Yes?
Whoa! Okay.
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Nothing.
I'll let
She
you
won't
get
talk
back to
about her
work.
brother. Oh, I think that's everyone. I don't think I missed a single person. We talked to Josephine, Vivian, Liliana, Dorian Solis, Sarah, Iron Bull, Blackwall, Cullen, and Cassandra. That's everyone. I think with that, we'll probably bring this episode to a close. Let me get to the Chantry. I either want to do the next main story, or I'm gonna go to the Forbidden Oasis. I'm not sure which one I want to do yet. We probably need to look at the war table and see.
It is good to be surrounded.
Because people are talking about Empress Leon and Crestwood, but I don't think we get those until later. So for now, wait. There's one more thing I want to do. Is Alexius actually down here? I never really check. I don't remember if I actually checked. I can't just use my energy stuff. Is Alexius actually down here? Doesn't look like it, which is very disappointing. He should be here. Okay, well, since he's not here, I think in the other place we go to, he will be there. Maybe? Either way, I guess we'll bring this episode to a close for now. I'm not sure if we're going to continue main story or we're going to go to the Forbidden Oasis. I'm leaning towards the Forbidden Oasis a little bit because I kind of want to get that area at least explored. I know we'll be going back there many times, but I kind of just want to have it explored so we can have that out of the way for future. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.